Hi, today I'm going to tell you about our May focal species, which is a deciduous shrub called autumn olive. You can see one behind me here and then one to my left as well. This is an invasive shrub that's common to the lower Hudson Prism region. It was brought to the United States in around 1830 as an ornamental plant, and I'll show you some of those features that kind of make it a nice ornamental. But like most of our invasives, it escaped our captivity and cultivation and is now causing problems in a lot of our native forests. So let's take a closer look at some of the key ID features that distinguish it from some of the other natives and also invasive lookalikes. I wanted to show you some of the key features that distinguish autumn olive from some of its native competitors and also some invasive shrubs as well. So probably the key feature to really look at are the leaves. You can see this is the top part of the leaf, which is dark green, but as I zoom in closer, do you see how it's got those little silver dimples on them? That's actually pretty cool. And really, if you're driving down the road, you can actually see these things shine from a distance. It's even more dramatic on the underside of the leaf. So if we take a look at the underside of this leaf here and flip it over, you can see it's even more dramatic. You see those silvery scales on the bottom versus the top part, which is dark green, but almost that silvery cast that it gives off, and that silvery scales are really unique to autumn olive. You'll also notice that the flowers are about to bloom. So right now we're at May 1st, and you see this cluster of flowers that are found at the leaf axil, or the place where the leaf meets the branch. So they do form these clusters, and very, very soon, probably in parts of New Jersey already. Right now we're filming in May 1st in Dutchess County in New York, and it hasn't quite flowered out yet, but you can see it's getting ready. Very, very soon you're going to start to see this whitish, yellowish flowers, and again, it almost looks like they're like spray painted on, and almost like the undersides of the leaves are almost like spray painted to silver. So these are just some common features to look for and be on the lookout for. And you can really see and notice autumn olive even while you're driving. The last thing I want to point out about the leaf of autumn olive is that you see how it's got that wavy look to it. This gets even more dramatic as the leaf grows out a little bit. So typically the leaves, right now it's at the beginning part of its growing season, will be about 1 to 3 inches, and that wavy structure will be even more prominent. I will also point out that its berries typically come out in the fall time, and they're red, and they also have those like silvery dots or speckled looks to them. But you won't find that at this time of year in the spring. But it's really the leaves and then the flowers that you're looking for. I can certainly see from your car that silvery sheen to it that makes it really unique in this area. Here's a lookalike alert. We are actually looking at bush honeysuckle here, not autumn olive. And one of the key ways that you can tell the difference is that even though this is lightish green in color, you can see if I get very, very close to the bush honeysuckle, you see how the leaves are coming off of that branch opposite of one another, right? So you got one leaf on the left and one leaf on the right, and they're right next to one another. They're not in the alternating pattern that we saw with autumn olive. The other thing clearly is that you're not seeing, even though you're seeing dewdrops on this right now, you're not seeing that silvery scale to it. So you're not going to get that that silvery cast that you were getting with autumn olive. And certainly if I look under the leaf, sorry, my camera here. Yeah, if you look under the leaf, yeah, it's lighter green than the top of the leaf, but you're certainly not getting that like silvery scale look to it. So with the honeysuckles, again, you've got the opposite leaves coming out, and doesn't have that silver cast that autumn olive does.